It ain't no thing but a chicken wing, a boneless chicken wing. Hello everybody and welcome back to Vital Point. This is your host Andrew Penzi. Today we are cooking up something wonderful. We're cooking up some chicken wings. And what is better than a chicken wing? A boneless chicken wing. And I'll tell you what, people will flip over these chicken wings. I'll show you what I mean. Hey kids, you want some boneless chicken wings? Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about. Now this technique requires a little bit more work up front, but let me tell you, the rewards will be worth it and your friends will thank you. So we are starting out today with a couple packs of chicken party wings, because we're going to have a chicken party over here. These are the first and second sections, so none of the little wingtip sections. We need the meaty stuff. Make sure your sink is nice and clean, and we're going to put the wings in there and just give them a quick rinse under some cool running water. The next thing you want to do is dry these guys real good with some paper towels. Make sure you get as much water off there as possible. Dry wings will equal a crispy wing, and it's a little easier to do this step right now. Alright, the chicken is dry and ready for the next step. Now there are three items that you really need to be successful here and to make your life a little bit easier. One is a very sharp knife. Two is a pair of heavy-duty shears, kitchen shears, something strong enough that you could actually cut through the chicken bones with, and I use these for just about everything. Now the third item is a bit unique. What is that, you ask? This is not something you would typically buy at Williams-Sonoma. This I just rigged up myself, and you could do it too very simply. All you need is a little piece of string. I've used dental floss, any sort of kitchen twine, fishing string. This is just some nylon marking string that I had lying around, and I used a little dowel here, but again, you could use a butter knife, chopstick, anything that you have that you could tie this little string around with a little belly of line, and I'll show you where this comes in handy. Now the technique is that you're gonna cut off the knob on one side of the chicken bone, because the idea is then you want to slide the rest of the meat off right off the bone, and if you have that knob in the way, it's going to be in the way. So you want to get your kitchen shears first thing and just cut off the knob on one side and don't let it fall on your floor. Okay, once you have one side cut off, make sure there are no bone fragments lying about over here, because no one likes to eat bone. Go ahead and just cut right through the middle of the two bones. You see how there's one smaller bone and one larger bone. So you can go ahead and grab the small bone and just push up on the bottom and pull from the top, and that will slide right out like so. So then you just have one bone left in there. To get out that second bone, just start pushing the skin back a little bit with your sharp knife, just to expose the bone a little bit on the end. Once the head of that bone is exposed, this is where your little tool comes in handy. Just wrap it around the bone like so, give it one twist, hold onto the bone with one hand, and just pull right off on the other. And look at that, it comes out super clean, and there you have a boneless chicken wing ready to go. All right, let's show you that again from another angle. I'm gonna start by cutting off one knob on this chicken bone. There we go. Make sure you have no little bone fragments there, and then separate the two bones on this side with your shears. Just go right through the middle and slice. Now you should be able to push up the little bone. You work it, just work the meat down a little bit on one side, then you push up and you just grab the meat of the chicken and pull it out, and that's one bone removed. Then to get the other bone out, you just work it down with your paring knife a little bit. Just expose that bone. There you go. Then you get your handy dandy little string tool. Give it one twist on there. You grab the bone and you pull. There we go. Pulls it right off nice and clean. Doesn't leave any meat on the bone. And you have a beautiful boneless chicken wing ready to go. If it makes your life easier, you can use the string on the little bone as well. I just find that it's not really necessary usually. You can just push against the board a little bit and pull, and that takes it right off. But the little one is easy enough usually to just pull it out with your fingers. It's the other one that gets a little hung up and needs a little help. When working on these little mini drumsticks, it's the same deal. You just want to cut one of the knobs off. So let's go right here. Nice and clean. They cut pretty easily. There's the bone. Make sure there's no fragments. There's a little piece there. I'll get rid of that. And then this only has one bone in there, one big bone. So again, just work with your knife and just push away some of this material around the bone. Sometimes it's easier to go from the bone up like that. There you go. Once you have the bone head exposed like that, go ahead and get your little utensil. Give it a twist and slide it right off. It came off so easy. And there it is, a boneless drumstick. It's important that you cut the smaller end of these little drumlets. It doesn't work from the other side. If you cut this side, you're going to run into trouble. So always start from this end. Cut off the small end with your shears. Again, that comes right off. It's easy to cut this side too. Then you work with your knife and just expose that bone. And it's okay if there's a little bit of meat on there. It doesn't really matter. As long as you got a good grip on it and wrap that string around, you can wrap the string twice even to really get it good. It'll just come right off. The first few times I did this, I didn't bother with the stick. And let me tell you, the strings were like cutting into my fingers. This makes it a lot easier using some sort of stick, just something to give you a little bit of grip. I gotta do it over the counter because I'm gonna lose this guy. And see that? It just pops right off. It really makes life so much easier to have this little tool. Alright, the hard work is done. I have all my chickens deboned. I got the middle sections here. These are the drumlet sections. And then I have a bunch of bones here that would make a great chicken stock. I wouldn't throw these away. You could roast these bones, throw them in a pot with some onions, celery, some veggies and water, and voila, you have chicken stock, homemade. Let's season up these wings and get them cooking. We like to season these wings with a dry rub usually, and I just like, the basic ingredients. Salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic, onion. That's really what you need. And we have that sort of here. We've got this pre-made spice mix, which essentially has all the ingredients I just listed, and I'm just going to use that. It's just nice, quick, and easy. Give them a little sprinkle, let it soak in for a few minutes, and fire up the grill. Give them a flip. Season them up. Another nice thing about doing it this way is the seasoning actually gets on the inside of the chicken. So rather than just being on the skin and sort of cooking off, you actually flavor the meat and you get a better product. Now the last time we made these, we did an experiment and I cooked half on the grill, half in the oven to see which one worked out better. And I gotta tell you, there was really no difference. If anything, the grill added a little bit of a char flavor, which is really nice. And there's no cleanup when it's on the grill. So I prefer doing it on the grill, and I suggest you try it too. Just keep it on medium heat because you don't wanna flare it up and burn them. They sell these things to scrape off your grill, and you can just make your own very simply. Just cut a 60-degree angle on a hard piece of wood, and you have a barbecue grill scraper. Real easy to make it yourself, and it works great, better than a brush. Let that grill get nice and hot, and let's get cooking. Sometimes they get a little twisted around when you're doing that deboning process, so make sure that you got them skin side out, because then that way they'll get nice and crispy. It's getting dark out here, but these are looking beautiful, trust me. And if you are into barbecue sauce, now is the time. Coming in hot! Ooh, these are looking good. Perfect little morsels of crispy goodness. Can't wait. All right, I got the official taste testers out. Let's go, kids. Let us know what you think. Ooh, sounds crispy.
They're so good, and they're definitely crispy.
These are awesome.
Yeah, you can bite right into them. No bones. All goodness. I'm about to chow down. We will catch you next time right here on Vital Point. Always aim for that vital point. Mmm.